With Etowah County Football Media Day, Coosa Christian, Coach Mark O'Brien up. Coach, I believe year number 5 for you at Coosa.
Yeah, this is it, year 5.
Year number 5. So if you'd either introduce the players, let them introduce themselves, and then some opening comments about what you've done this summer there at Coosa.
Yeah, I'll let guys.
Grayson Malone, Jr. I'm a cornerback and a wide receiver.
Joseph is junior, and I do running back.
John David Justice, senior, and I play quarterback.
Kate Mickler, I play middle linebacker and some DN.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy all summer. We worked the kids 3 days a week in June, 4 days a week in July. Now we're going to 5 days a week starting this week. So we did a few 7-on-7s, and we've kept on pretty busy for sure.
Coach, could you talk about numbers on the team, starters coming back from last year's team?
Yeah, I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe it's about 16 starters back. We have a lot of juniors, we got more juniors than we do upcoming seniors. So we've got good experience though. So what was your second question? I'm sorry.
About total numbers on the team.
Yeah, this is the first year we've divided the team. So now we have a true junior high that goes with junior high, and we got a varsity that stays with the varsity. And so we probably have 35 kids varsity only.
Coach, we were talking a few days ago about having to move up to 2A for the competitive balance, and you said you not only accept that you had to do it, but you welcome the challenge of competing in Class 2A. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I do it for, I as you know, Chris, I own a business, and so I do everything from a business standpoint now. And, 1A just doesn't pay the bills, and so from that aspect of it, it's really hard to run a really good program with 1A budget, just because the gates are horrible. And so I think that's one of the reasons, and that's another reason why I schedule up for competition for sure, but also it's just, one of those games can equal an entire gate for the year on a 1A gate. And so just from the dollars and cents value of it, it makes sense for us to move up,
Coach, Pierce County, Georgia, 5, Tuscaloosa Academy, Pell City. If there's a small school with a tougher schedule, I want to meet the coach. I don't think I will. Talk about the non-region schedule you put together.
Yeah, I was telling John Hoder this a while ago. Me and Rush was together this weekend, and he's like, "You're a dang idiot," And I said, "Yeah, I probably am, but So it is a tough schedule. It's a very challenging schedule. But if you can get through that gauntlet with no injuries, you're a lot better football team for the playoffs. There ain't no doubt.
Each one of you players speak on this. Going all the way semis, then semis, championship game, then championship game up 14-0, losing, having that bitter taste in your mouth. How much more motivation do you have coming into this season being so close last year?
Starting from Pickens County, it just made me want to work more harder and each and every day, and it gave me the motivation just to how to just keep going forward and just don't stop and know that we can get it.
For my opinion, we need to work together and be together like family and work hard like brothers.
I think after having those feelings, those are like one of the worst feelings you could possibly have as a high school athlete, and that surely will motivate you to work harder and not let that happen again.
Yeah, John was right. That's probably the worst thing that could probably happen in high school football, but we got another chance this year with all the starters coming back, and we're looking to do it again and win this time.
Coach, underline story with that gentleman sitting on your right, our left, Joseph East, last year, first year of football, but he was thrown into a role where he had to be your feature back due to injuries and things like that. Can you talk about his work ethic that you've seen since he's gotten here, and a little bit about his backstory and how special of a kid that is right there beside you?
Yeah, there's a lot to break down right there, but for you guys that don't know, he's from Togo, okay? And he was adopted by one of our families that actually attends the church. And I'll say this without merit, he's truly, in all the years I've done this, he's one of the best kids I've ever seen or been around, and his work ethic is unbelievable. And he's grateful, and he's grateful to be an American, and we're grateful, and it's an honor just to be able to coach him, because kids like him, that's why you do it. He's the most genuine human being you'll ever meet in your life, and he's very, very grateful, and I'm proud to call him one of my players for sure.
Coach, over the last 3 years, you've kind of went from the hunter to the hunted now. Is that something that you use, you remind them of every day? And as players, is that something that y'all feel? Does it feel different to you, or is it just business as usual?
I'll let them answer first, then I'll answer.
You know me, it's just business as usual.
For me, you came together like family.
I think for sure we used to be the team that had nothing to lose, and we all wanted to upset all the other teams and stuff. But now it's kind of changed roles, and it's kind of swapped the roles, and it's just a lot different.
Well, for me, it's just I got here last year, and I was coming from a school that was probably just the same as Coosa, and then started changing the role, and it feels good to be on top now.
Yeah, for me, it doesn't change anything that I've done. I've coached this way since day one. I think for anyone to be very successful, they must stay in the same routine of their life. And if it's a lazy routine, get out of that lazy routine for sure. But I do the same thing, and these guys will tell you, I do the same thing exactly every single day. But my motivation behind this was I needed a challenge. When I took this, it was in bad shape, and I was kind of bored. And just to be honest with you, I don't like where public schools have went. I think they're woke, and I hate wokeness. And I wanted to leave a legacy, I guess you could say, I love my town in Gadsden. It's very, very important to me for this city to be very successful. And in addition to that, I really believe the future of this country depends on Christian private schools. I don't believe there's any doubt. These public schools are woke, and they're disgusting to me. So that's my reasoning.
Coach, you had 4 All-State players last year, but surprisingly, J.D. Justice was not one of them. So why are enough people not talking about your quarterback and talk about who J.D. Justice is as your quarterback?
Well, I'll tell you what I think about J.D. There's no way under God's green earth I would allow him to date my daughter if I didn't think the world of him, okay? Because me and my daughter had signed a pact back when she was 4 years old that she couldn't date till she was 42. And I made the exception to that rule with him, and I look at him like one of my own. I love him very much, and I could not be more happy I couldn't pick a better dude for my daughter to date. And I don't care if he gets All-State, All-County, he makes All-American. I don't care. I want John David to be John David, and I don't want John David to change. Because John David's a fine human being, and he's going to be very successful in life. And, if that continues to go down that road, I'd be the proudest father-in-law on the planet.
Coach, talked about that the fulfillment you get isn't so much from winning games. As a matter of fact, you said sometimes you don't even enjoy coaching in the games, but it's a process, and seeing the improvement in the offseason and the summer, and seeing these kids reach their personal goals. Talk a little about that.
Yep. I don't enjoy Friday nights at all. I've been clear to that many, many times. Matter of fact, me and Bo shares a mutual hobby together. We hang out in the first week of June. We've done it for 2 years. It'll be 3 years coming up next year. Bo, that's what I enjoy doing. But this is much more important. As I told Josh, I believe our country's under attack, and we can sit there and turn a blind eye to it, or we can sit there and hit it in the face. And I'm going to hit it in the face. And that's my motivation for everything I do here. It's time to give back. I'm 51. I'm not getting any younger. And when I die, I've got to be able to explain to the Lord what I've done. And I want the Lord to be very proud of me. And that's what's most important to me. And I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm here to serve the Lord and the Lord only. And how I get to there is how we get to there. But my job is to put this place on the map because I believe this country's under attack. And if we don't face it, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble.
This question is for the guys. Guys, talk about team goals this year, which I'm sure one of them state championship game, but team goals and also maybe individual goals for each of you.
Some individual goals, I just want to at least be with my brothers, work harder with them, and get better each and every single day. And some team goals, try to get that blue map.
For individual goal, like do my job, and for team goal, is like come together, and like the Bible say, where 1 and 2 people come in my name, and I will be with him. So like when we come together like family and we work together, I don't think something could stop us if we work together.
Team goals definitely win a state championship and also win a region. Last year we kind of got screwed out of that, so that's what we definitely want to do. And then an individual goal, I want to become a better leader for the team.
We'll just start with some team goals. Last year we had the goal to let up no points on defense, and I'm sure that's going to be the same goal. But also come together because we're struggling right now as a team, but we're going to get there. But some individuals, just win state, all-state again, and try and be better than Cleto Bryant.
2A Region 6 coach, earlier you talked about your non-region games, and they're very tough. But you're going into a region, teams that you hadn't played a lot, so you're going to see different teams. So talk about your region schedule, and we'll wrap things up with that.
Yeah, you probably know more about the region than I do. I really don't know a lot about it. I know there's some history with some success through some of those teams. But I don't really, I'm just going to work every day the same. I don't care the opponent. We'll just work every day the same. And as long as we played our potential, then we've achieved our best, and then I'm good. It's when we get complacent. I'm not very good, and I'm not very nice to be around. And these guys, I tell you that. When we get complacent, lazy, I hate that. That's one thing I cannot stand. It makes me sick to see a lazy human being. And it will not be tolerated in this program. And so we just need to worry about ourselves. We don't need to worry about who we're playing. We just need to work hard, work with all our guts, and then to see what happens on Friday night around 10 o'clock.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys. Good luck to Coosa this year.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.